freshens the flavor the whole smoke through so it never tastes dry or bitter.
Smoking cigarettes. It was the it thing until it wasn't. Backed by everybody, seen everywhere, it was inescapable.
Think you can get me some? Try your inside pocket.
That was until the world said no. Turning our backs on these small sticks of tobacco, society had made a complete 180. Only one problem: they're highly addictive. That's why in the year 2003, in an attempt to help give an alternative to smokers, a Chinese pharmacist by the name of Han Lick created the e-cigarette, otherwise known as vaping. We set out to document 3 Americans' individual experiences with vaping in the year 2023. These are those interviews.
I think that vaping is, well, it's obviously not good. Anything you inhale into your lungs that isn't air is not good for you. Everybody knows that, I think.
I have a love-hate relationship with vaping, I guess. I don't know. I know it's not good for you, and it's going to probably cause me a lot of issues in the future, but I vape for stress. I was once a smoker, so I don't like it, but I like it at the same time. And I don't think I want to stop, but I know I should.
I think it feels good and it's addictive. Fuck.
You know, at first it was literally like those huge box mods, and then they were like, all right, how can we make these smaller, and how can we have more tasty flavors? The Juul dropped, and it was like...
Second question, do you currently vape? Yep. Yeah, every day.
When I see one, I'm gonna hit it. If one of my friends has one, I'm probably gonna ask if I can hit it. Probably? I'm gonna ask if I can hit it.
I honestly was against vaping for a long time, but I started dating a guy that would complain constantly about cigarette smell and all this stuff, and everything smells like it, and I don't want to hug you, I don't want to kiss you because you smell like it, you taste like it, blah, blah, blah. So I started vaping to kind of cancel that. He still hated me vaping, so it didn't really work that well, but yeah.
It was just everywhere, and I was like, hey, you know, it's gotta be good if everyone's doing it, so I gave it a try.
Literally, Bobby Conlon looked at me and said, bro, you gotta try this. It's about to make you feel crazy. So I hit it and I felt crazy. And then I was like, all right, let me do that again so I can feel like that again.
I don't really necessarily think there's a feeling I get from vaping. It's more of, like I said, a stress reliever. So I'm a waitress. So when there's a customer just constantly just on my ass for very, very stupid reasons, I can go in the bathroom or go in the walk-in or in the back and just vape, and just, it's kind of a relief to me.
I would say it's comparable to like feeling a nice, like sweet summer's breeze, perhaps. Maybe like opening up a window in your house on the first like warm day of spring, you know, getting that fresh air in. It's not crazy. It's not gonna make you fly or something like that, but it feels good, definitely. It's not like insane though.
The only thing that's comparable, I would say, is if you're sitting down or laying down for a really long time and then you stand up fast as fuck and you get that lightheaded feeling. It's kind of like that, but you can tell that it's not just your body. You can tell that there's something else making you feel like that, if that makes sense.
I personally like vaping more than smoking cigarettes. Like, one person that I work with walked past it one day and goes, oh wow, you smell really good. And I'm like, oh, it's my vape. But I do get like different side effects from my vape than I do cigarette smoking. Like sometimes my insides of my mouth, they peel. But with cigarette smoking, I was coughing all the time and there was like disgusting stuff happening. So
for the Lil Uzi Vert, I Just Want to Rock music video, Uzi called me up. I was in New York, luckily, at the time, and he told me he was shooting his video and to show up at this intersection. So I pulled up and I just started like ripping clouds. I got actually nick sick. I got a little dizzy, but you know. And if you go to the 34-second mark in the music video, you can actually see me ripping a fucking fatty out there. So that was probably my best experience vaping. He dapped me up afterwards. We traded vapes. Pretty chill.
One time, this kid named AJ bought me a pack of mango pods when I was super broke. That was probably the best vaping experience, because then I remember just everyone in my car being so hyped up that we had a fresh pack of mango pods.
I've heard stories where 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, even 15-year-olds, you know, have problems from smoking these because they're either doing it way too much constantly, always, or doing it for the high because people say that they can get a little high from it. I personally don't get high from it, by the way. But I think that's the negative from it.
What's a negative story you've heard about someone vaping? There was this kid at our school district. He had to get like the world's first double lung transplant because he hit an exotic cart. Yeah, and it claimed his lungs. And then he got two brand new lungs. And then he started hitting carts the same day. So much for that.
There was a really terrible period of time where I didn't actually own like a real vape. I just had, so it's like a battery and then a cartridge that you put juice into. And I had just the cartridge in a bottle of juice, and I would hit the cartridge with a wire from like my laptop or Xbox or something, and it tasted god awful, like blue raspberry, but if you put it in the microwave and then shat on top of it, it gave you a terrible like head buzz and stomach ache at the same time.
But yeah, the nicotine vapes it's just too easy. It's too accessible. Like you can just have a buzz anywhere at any point in time, basically. A lot of kids these days are they're not able to handle that amount of like responsibility. That no kids have that willpower. So I think that's why it's such an issue amongst young kids, like high school, middle school kids.
It's just hard when everyone has a vape, because even when I don't buy them, I always see them. It's way more convenient than like if someone had a pack of cigarettes and I had to be like, oh, let me bum a cigarette. Oh wait, can I bum another cigarette? Like that's too much. But if you're just like, oh, let me hit the vape, it doesn't equate.
I want to, eventually.
I'm 20 right now, so hopefully before I turn 21, I won't be addicted to nicotine anymore.
I plan to stop eventually, but I'm sure I'll vape again. I mean, I'm hitting the Breeze Orange Mango Watermelon right now. It's pretty good though.